Welcome back to another episode of Real Ass Affirmations. I'm Chisa Brown, your favorite mental wealth lifestylist. And today I just want to ask you a question. I want you to ask yourself, is this choice that I'm making right now going to support the life that I want? Ooh, was that harsh? I mean, it was just one question, right? But is this choice that I'm making right now going to support the life that I want? And I think that this is a super important question because a lot of times we're just making these decisions so quickly without thinking about, is this going to help me get to where I want to go? And so I have this thing, a lot of you probably know about it, where I wrote a book called The 90-Day Focus, Your Action Plan for Success. And in this book, which you can get on Amazon if you want to, go to the90dayfocus.com. You can get it there too. Okay, so in this book, I talk about kind of choosing what you want, right? So that this way in 90 days, you can be a better version of yourself and you can look at your passion project and say, okay, well, this is what it's going to take to get me there. And then I started watching this Netflix document. Well, I guess it's more of a show. And it was talking about your rich life, how to get rich, right? Now, rich is, of course, one of those words that is subjective, but basically saying the choices that you're making lead you to the life that you have, right? And I've really been thinking about that and internalizing it. And I need you to understand that every day you get up and you do have choices to make of what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, where you're going to go, how much time you're going to spend doing certain things. And so part of the choices that I've decided to make for myself are to say, well, I would like to make more money. Now, why? Because I want to stay in the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to or greater. And that means that I have to say no to certain things that don't serve that lifestyle. And that may mean that there are opportunities that are there, but they're not my opportunities. And so I want you to think about this. Does the choice that you're making right now support the life that you want? And this applies to if you have some friends, old friends, new friends, acquaintances. It applies to your romantic relationships. So, you know, who you trying to get his skins to, right? Like, I mean, it applies to all of that. And so, you know, when you think about it, you're like, well, is this a person I could see myself with? Is this a friend that is a ride or die friend, or they just a high and buy friend? Like, you have to think about these things. And a lot of times the choices that you make are going to lead you into a path where you are associated with certain people and certain things. And I had a discussion recently with a friend who is associated with a person who's not a friend of mine. And I said to them, I said, well, listen, to me, it seems like you're being a better friend to that person than they are to you. But it doesn't mean that it's, you know, anything wrong with your friendship. It's just you see things differently. But if the choices that that person is making end up making choices for you because of your association, you might want to consider where and how you're associated with that person and those choices. Because a lot of times, you know, they say about flocking together and who you hang out with, the top 5 people. And I do think that there is some credence to that. So I always think, well, what am I doing today that's going to get me closer to where I need to be tomorrow? So I want you to internalize this from the perspective that I'm looking at it. When I say to myself, okay, you know what? I really don't feel like doing a lot of work today. I'm going to do the bare minimum today. I might want to take a nap. But tomorrow, I'm going to get up. I'm going to be a beast tomorrow. I'm going to knock out boom, 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 boom. Every time that I do that, I end up in that exact place. I can feel okay about the choice that I make today to be a little less, 100%. Because tomorrow I'm going to be about 125%, right? So you have these choices to make. But what's going to happen is there are deadlines to everything. And with those deadlines, do you want to be frustrated? Do you want to procrastinate? Do you want to get stuff done in advance? I'm going to tell you something that I think about choices. I think that if you have the choice to get things done faster and still have quality, get them done faster and still have quality. And I'm going to tell you why. because once it's done, it's done. Now you have the opportunity to do some other shit, right? Now you have the opportunity to just chill if you want to, or now you have the opportunity to go pursue something else or to be creative. You have more opportunities when you make choices to get things done and just let them be done. So I think about this on a daily basis when I talk about what are the choices that you're making supporting the life that you want. And in my life, I want to have things done so I can move on to the next thing, not so I have to keep dwelling on it, not so that this way is something that's haunting me. And this can happen with even financial decisions, right? So if you try to pay things in advance so you don't have to think about them, it's not like you actually have more money because you just spent the money that you had, but now the money that's in between that time frame, you can possibly spend on something else, or you can get ahead, or you can pay off something else. I just think about these things because a lot of times I think that we don't think in 90-day increments, and it would be easier if we did. The choices you make today determine your health and happiness for tomorrow. And if we thought about it a little bit more like that, maybe we would be more productive, or maybe we would give ourselves a little bit more grace and say, listen, today I am choosing calmness. Today I am choosing less work. Tomorrow I will choose a little bit of chaos, okay? And then I'll do more. It is okay, but there's no balance to it. It's just that the choices that you make each day will determine the life that you have. So ask yourself, when you're making these big decisions, is this choice going to support the life that I want? It's a simple question. But when you get up in the morning, when you ask yourself these things and you say, I want to get closer to this, I want to do more of that, I want to be here, I know I would love to do this thing, oh, I see that, I would like to buy it, whatever it is, are you choosing that future that you want, or are you choosing to stay in the same position that you're in now? So this is more of a contemplative episode. I don't have the answers for you because every day you have different choices to make. But I know that I sit with myself and I say, well, listen, if I know I want this thing, I've got to get it done, and it needs to be done in this certain time frame. And for me, it's like you can procrastinate if you want to, but when you get up and get it done, it is going to feel so much better because it is done. And I promise you that done feeling is the choice that I want to make because I like how it feels to be able to have the power and the flexibility to make better choices every day because something is done. And I am a person who has things I do not like to do. But when I hunker down and I take a day or 2 days or a week or however long it is to get it done, I feel better. And that's what life is about. My choice is going to get me to the lifestyle that I want because every day I want to feel better about the choices that I'm making. So think about this for yourself. Share this message with somebody else if you need to. Again, come back and listen to it. If you feel like, you need a little bit more motivation or you need to question yourself. And just make better choices for you because you are the most important person in your universe, all right? Now, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Real Ass Affirmations. Feel free to leave a 5-star review. We love those. And feel free to just share it in your Insta stories, share it on any of your social media profiles because we love for more people to be able to get these Real Ass Affirmations. Bye, guys. Hey there, it's Chisa Penix Brown. I am your favorite mental wealth lifestylist, and I'm also the host of the Real Ass Affirmations podcast. And I want to let you know, podcasts cost money. Now, you might get them for free, which is a great thing, but I have to pay in order to make sure that you have all this great content. And I want to be able to keep doing that. But I would love to be able to get your support in order to make that continue to happen. So you can go to buymeacoffee.com/RA affirmations and you can donate on a, whenever you feel like it basis, or you can donate on a monthly basis and become a subscriber. So whichever thing floats your boat is going to be happy and make me happy, and we'll all be happy together because I'm going to keep on giving you these great Real Ass Affirmations, and you'll be able to support with not only your listens, but also with your dollars. And I appreciate every dime. So make sure you give it to the people literally so we can keep on giving you these Real Ass Affirmations.